This is car 5-4 reporting in service. Starting mileage 6428, 6428. Officers Perkins and Walter with police reporter Donn Reed. Patrolling Central District. Tour of duty 6 p.m., 2 a.m. on the night watch.
Check 5-4. Mileage 6428. Patrolling Central District. 6:04 p.m. Starting night watch.
Night watch. For the first time through the medium of radio, the actual on-the-scene report of your police force in action. Every sound, every voice you are about to hear is real, and you are listening as it happens. Night Watch, presented with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California. We take you now to car 54 on its tour of duty, and to police recorder Donn Reed.
Just checking our log. At 6:31 p.m. this date, we took a stolen car report and arranged transportation home for the victim. 7:32 p.m. assisted West Los Angeles police at the scene of a traffic accident. Cleared. 8:22 p.m. It might be interesting to note...
All units in the vicinity. At 2091 Hazelton, that's 2091 Hazelton, a 459 there now. Unit 5-4 handle the call. Code 2.
5-4, Roger, we're rolling. Well, there's our call. And a reported 459. That means a burglar. A burglar is in the house and has been sighted by some citizen or perhaps even the victim. We don't know. We have no further information on it. And we're taking off and moving as rapidly as conditions allow into the area. Now, code 2, is which we are running, means we just have our red light on. We're not using a siren for quite obvious reasons. We don't want to tip off our presence. Our red light is pushing a few of the vehicles that are in front of us over. But still, again, there's a lot of people who don't see the red light or not watching for it. And, of course, we have to go rather carefully at times because we can't depend that they're going to definitely move over as the law requires. Now, one thing in particular that I can feel as we're running in here on these last few seconds, I can feel the tension that has suddenly come over the car. I know I personally feel it. A moment ago, we were cruising along. The conversation was casual, and suddenly comes this call, a burglar, which in the terminology of the police department, of course, is a 459. When this call came through, I could feel the tension mount. The officer suddenly squared away in the seat. There was an adjustment of equipment. You can feel the tension come over, although actually nothing has been said particularly, because what we're going into, no one knows. There's no way to determine just exactly what to expect. The words of a veteran officer sort of come to my mind right at the moment. He always said, just remember one thing, always go and be prepared for the worst, and you'll never be taken by surprise. And I think that probably is very good advice. We're coming into the area now where the burglar has been reported. We've traveled perhaps, I'd say, 2.5 to 3 miles since our call was originally received. Our car is now watching for the street. We'll turn off to the right when it happens. As a matter of fact, this is it, I believe, up ahead. Our red light has been turned off now. We're in second gear, slowing down. No, apparently this is, yes, it is too. This is the street. And now our car lights have gone off. We're driving completely in the dark. The officers are watching both sides of the sidewalk to see if we can see any person at all of suspicious nature. And this apparently is the house right off to the right. I notice the officers observing. And we're coming in now, moving out as quietly as possible. The officers are getting out of the car, and we'll be right along behind them. Going up the walk as I'm talking. Up on the front porch, there's a gentleman who is motioning the officers into the house. Let's move right on in. Standing across from me in the bedroom door is a middle-aged woman clutching a bathrobe to her throat and appears to be in a very highly nervous condition. The officers are questioning her about the prowler. Let's move right on over.
Whoever he was, he came in, and I went into the bathroom, and he was in this room, and I thought it was my daughter. And then I was in the bathroom, and he walked right in the bathroom, and I went to go out, and he gave me a shove. And I started screaming. Naturally, then, my husband ran out of here, and my daughter just came in. Mm-hmm. See? And he was gone by the time she came back in.
Could you tell me, what did he look like, ma'am?
He was taller than you was, because he pushed me, and he had a white shirt on and a tie.
Was he a young man, old
Yes,
man?
he was a younger man, and he was drunk because he had alcohol in his breath, you know. And when he went to shove me, I screamed, and he wasn't going to let me out of the bathroom, you know. And as soon as he pushed me, then I noticed he had gray trousers and a white shirt and a tie, and he was taller than you are. He was a younger fella, you know.
Did he leave in the car?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how he left. I just know I yelled whenever he pushed me, and then my husband come out. He was in the den, and she just came in after that, so he was already gone by the time she got back. He must have come in this room first and dropped his coat. I don't know whether he knew these houses or whether he mixed them up. They don't that much alike.
Oh, we found a coat. The officers discovered a coat with a name in it, unquestionably. I'm moving out of the house now as I'm speaking, and that was the mother of you. Heard the description of it. I'm moving away now, and unquestionably we will go on an investigation and determine just who and what this man is. The officers now are checking to see if he is still in the neighborhood. Right now, we'll move back to our car. Here in our police car again, and I've just been informed by one of the officers that while we were in the house on this investigation, Control 1 has received a second prowler call just a couple of blocks from here, as a matter of fact. Another car has been dispatched to that location. So,
and all units in vicinity. At 2036 Evergreen, they're holding a prowler there now. 5-4, this may be your 459 suspect wanted on your present call.
5-4, Roger.
well, this very possibly is a tie-in somewhere on that case. Where is that, Sergeant?
It's right down at the end of this block, Don. I think it's a house there with a light on it, right at the corner.
Right, check. We're coming to a stop now. And sliding in, our lights are out. We're skidding into a stop. And now let's get out with the officers and determine exactly what's happening. This very possibly...
He's right in there, officer. Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Come on, Don.
Following the officers on into the house now, as we're going into the main room. And this very possibly may be the suspect that we're looking for. He is in the bedroom, or rather the bathroom, of a private home. The officers are in with him, and he is standing in the nude at the present time. The officers have called for a blanket. He's putting up quite a fight about this whole thing. And I'll see if I can move in there. I can't quite get near enough to him now to pick up his voice. Because, as I said, the man in this case, the suspect, is completely nude, and they are throwing a blanket around him.
All right, fella, you've been placed under arrest. Let's go.
Well, the prisoner is being escorted out of the house, and I'm tagging along behind now as I'm speaking. He is handcuffed with just a blanket pulled up around him. Outside of the door now. The prisoner is being placed in the back seat of Unit 50 with an officer guarding him. Well, that means for us, next stop, police headquarters. It's 10:05 p.m., and I'm standing here at the booking desk in the Culver City Police Station. The suspect was positively identified by two of the victims a few moments ago. The suspect is being brought out of the detention room now. You probably can hear the cell door open, and two of the officers are directing the prisoner toward the booking desk. And incidentally, he is still handcuffed, and his only clothing is that blanket pulled around him. Sergeant Perkins is about to book the prisoner.
What happened tonight?
What happened tonight?
Yeah. How'd you get involved?
Chapter, his name is Murphy. Your sergeant's name is I don't know what. Add the two together and you'd have how I got involved.
How'd you get in that house down there?
The house belonged to me, Sergeant.
How about the other two houses?
They too belong to me, Sergeant.
You own them property, do you?
Indeed I do.
Where are your clothes?
It's a very good question. Ask the sergeant here, or the officer.
When we found you had no clothes at all.
I beg your pardon?
When we found you had no clothes
On
at
the
all.
contrary, I had a pair of trousers and a pair of shorts when the officer here found me.
Well, I was with the officer when he came in the place.
Oh, in
You were in
here.
the bathroom. No, I don't mean here. I mean in the bathroom of that house.
Officer, may I ask you a question? Have you ever, in your house, this is your own individual house, ever gone to the bathroom without your trousers on?
Sure, in my own house.
Right. That house in which this particular officer and officer, was it a sergeant? There are about 5 or 6 properties in the city of Santa Monica that I own.
Well, this is the city of Culver City, not the city of Santa Monica, and these people are signing complaints against you.
Is that correct?
Right.
Okay, then I suggest that you check with the people themselves.
Well, here is your property slip.
Okay.
What property you don't have. You're being booked on suspicion of 459, which is burglary and attempt assault.
Right.
What?
I say I am fully aware of that.
Okay. Take his handcuffs off and put them on back.
Would I be going too far to ask for pair of trousers?
We don't have any. Our buddies are going to try to get some for you.
Just a second, please. May I finish talking? Okay. You're the booking sergeant, is that correct?
Right.
Okay, now ask one thing. Would you do me one favor?
What's that?
Call District Attorney Los Angeles.
You know the district attorney?
No, not directly.
Well, I'm sure that you wait till Monday morning then.
No, I don't think so either. I think perhaps you better call him now.
Take his handcuffs off and put them back in the cell.
That's good enough. Have you recorded all this? Okay, hang on. Sergeant,
What is it?
may I say one thing? I asked you, I made a request.
We'll
correct?
call him Monday morning.
Wait a minute. Before you go any further, I have committed no crimes. Remember this. I have asked for a request to call the district attorney, and you have said no, right?
Take him back.
That's all? Thank you. When you're demoted Monday morning, come see me.
We have moved over here to the Night Watch Commander's office, where he and Sergeant Perkins have been conferring on the many reports necessary in this case. I think we're about ready to clear, right, Sergeant?
In just a minute, Don. By the way, you might be interested in one or two other developments that have occurred.
Really?
A friend of the suspect came to the station a short while ago and brought some clothes for the prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
And incidentally volunteered the information that the suspect did not, to his knowledge, own any of the property he claimed he did during our interrogation.
I see.
And by the way, he also stated the prisoner had been a guest of honor at a stag party given earlier this evening.
Really?
Yeah, he was scheduled to be married tomorrow.
You are listening to Night Watch, the sounds, the voices of your police department in action. Now back to police recorder Donn Reed in the field on the Night Watch.
It's well past midnight on the Night Watch, and I'm speaking from the Culver City Police Station. We've been out on patrol until a few moments ago when we were advised to report back to headquarters. Once again, we're returning to the office of the Chief of Detectives, Lieutenant Bob Conlon.
Hi, Lieutenant. Did you call me?
Yes, Perkins. You know we had a homicide here a short time ago.
Yeah, I heard most of the details about it.
I'm working on another angle of the case, and we have 2 new witnesses. I want you to take their statements, then re-question the murder suspect. When you're finished, report back to me.
Where are the witnesses?
They're waiting in the next office.
Right, Lieutenant. Evening, gentlemen. I'd like to have a statement from both of you. I'd like to talk to you first, if I may, sir. Now, I understand that you met this man in question earlier tonight in a bar. You had a conversation with him. What did you say to him?
I said, come on, have a drink. So he said, all right. He said, what do you have? And he said, whiskey sour. So I went by the whiskey sour, and he said, I'm going to kill that woman. And he looked so nervous, and his big eyes on him. He said, I'm going to kill that woman. I'm going to kill that old man, too, he said.
Did he refer to them by name, or did you know who he was?
No, I know who he meant. He said, I'm going to kill her. So I knew, I worked with the guy. So he said to me, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill her. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill her, the old man, too, he said. So I said, after all, I said, you got a wife, you got a kid. And I said, your daughter. I said, would you want your kid to think you was a murderer? I tried to plead with the guy and reason with him, see, and trying to be nice with the guy. And he said, no. He said he wouldn't listen to me. He stomped out the side door, and that's all I saw of the man.
Has this man ever threatened her before? Do you know?
Yes, he did. He told me he was going to kill her before. He told me that.
Well, I'll tell you what I would like to have you do is to write down in your own words just exactly what you told us here, and so that we can use it on the coroner's inquest. Now, as the second witness, I'd like to have your statement, please. How long have you known this man?
Well, I say I know him around about 12 or 15 years.
About 12 or 15 years. Have you ever heard him threaten to kill this woman before? Or to hurt her in any way?
Yes.
What words did he use? Do you remember any of the words? Or how he expressed
well,
it?
He says it's called her wino. He says, I'll kill that old drunk wino some of these days if she don't get to doing better. And I asked him why. I says, you're a mere rumor in her house. He says, I'm trying to raise her up and build her up to do something right. I said, and you can't do it by killing her.
How long ago was this?
Well, that's about the last week.
About the last week. And what else did he say?
He said to me, I think it was Thursday. He was going around, while walking around with a 2x4 as a cane. So he had come kind of a spell. He fell down on the floor like he had a heart attack. Well, I picked him up, and got him on his feet, and took him over to the first aid room and let him lay down on the bed. He said, that old bag of bones is the killing my life. He says, she's a ruin. He said, I'm going to kill her. I'm going to kill her. It was the last thing I ever do. I told him, I said, listen, I said, you've got 2 children. You've got a boy that's grown up. And you've got a girl that's about 12 years old. I said, don't you ever think about them? I said, why don't you walk up and do like I would do, or anybody else should do?
He has committed physical violence on her before, is it?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what I'd like to have you do, if you'll do the same as this other gentleman, and just write down in your own words just what you've told us here, so that we can use it in the coroner's inquest.
The 2 witnesses are going into another room to put their statements on paper. In just a moment, the suspect will be brought into the office. After listening to the statements of the 2 men, the irony of this case becomes apparent. As you noted, the testimony dealt with the man in question threatening to commit violence on a woman acquaintance. But in the subsequent chain of events, it was the man who was shot and killed by his woman companion. As a result, it is she that is being held on a charge of homicide. Glancing down the hall, I can see that the suspect is arriving in custody of a matron, and that means that Sergeant Perkins will continue the investigation.
Can you sit down over here, please?
Right there, ma'am.
There you are.
Now, I'd like to have you tell me in your own words just exactly what happened last night. This man that involved, did he come to your house earlier in the evening first?
I don't know if he did, but this is what I did to start early. I went around and turned all my lights on like I do to try to keep them scared away. And I put my kittens to bed early because I have to take them to the garage. I got them in and locked the door and got in. So then naturally I don't figure to get out no more. I'm afraid to even go out in my yard. And I was going to take a bath. And something, I don't know, I just felt afraid to even strip off because I never know when he's going to be at the door, and I just seem to have that feeling. So I decided, well, I'll soak my feet and then I'll take my bath and shampoo my hair in the morning. So I got up to go in the kitchen to fix some coffee because I always drink coffee again after dinner. And I'm in there and I had this light right in that patio there by the kitchen. And all of a sudden the light went off. You just turn it like that. But I could see him clear, just right there in my face. And began to threaten me and
what did he tell you? Did he threaten to kill you or did
Sure, he says, I've come to get you tonight. He's been telling me that over and over. He says, I told you I was going to get you and I've come to get you. And I said, will you please go away and leave us alone? I said, you're just asking for trouble. And he called me all names and for me to get out of there and shut my mouth. And I said, well, I'm not going to. You go away. And I made the remark then. I said, I've got a gun too. So I said, I wouldn't talk like that. And I figured maybe he got afraid. And he went up the wall and started up the street. And then he had his car that time. And he sat there for quite a while. I opened the front door. The screen door was open. I opened the front door and stood there. and waited until he pulled off. But I'd say he sat there a good 10 minutes, or it seemed that long or more. And then he pulled off. He come right back again then.
This was the third time
That
he
was
came
the
back.
third time. And then he come to this other window.
This is the window on the driveway in the bedroom.
Yes, sir. He came to that one.
Where were you at that time?
I was in my room. I had already stripped off, and I was sitting on my bed.
That is in the front bedroom.
Yes. I thought, well, I've got to go in there and see if I can get him going again. And I went in and I talked to him, and he said, I'm coming in after you. I remember hearing the screen hit the cement. So he must have had it pulled out, like, you know how you can pull out a screen. And so I kept talking to him. He said he wasn't leaving, he was coming in. And I said, I've got a gun here. And I even showed it. I held it right out in front.
Where was the gun at that time?
It was laying right there on that dresser, by the window. I said, see, I've got a gun in my hand. I said, if you try to come in, I'll shoot. He said, anyway, I'm coming in after you. And he kept on coming.
Did he start coming to the window then?
That's when he started to make his lunge in, and I pulled the trigger, and the first one, I don't know where yet it went. It went haywire. It must have. And I thought it went in the house. And then I pulled again, and then he started cursing me. And
he fired the gun 2 times, is that correct?
That's right.
And how far away were you from him at the time that you fired it? About 3 feet away?
Couldn't have been any farther than that, I don't think.
Well, after you fired the shots, what did he do then? Did
He started cursing me, and then he takes off up the drive to the front door. And the door was sounding like it was coming off the hinges or something, you know. I didn't even know I'd hit him. And I come up, and the porch light was on, and I looked, and he was at the door, you know, and that was where the noise coming from. But just about the time I got there, he just went back like that.
He fell back, did he?
He fell back.
And he collapsed on the front porch
right there. I must have hit him because he fell.
And then did you call the police after that?
Yes.
And then the radio car came, is that it?
Outside till they came.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much.
It's 1:45 a.m., and we're back here in the office of Lieutenant Conlon, where he's been studying the statements given by the 2 witnesses that Sergeant Perkins interviewed a short while ago. Well, does that wrap up the case, Lieutenant?
Yeah, Don, that's about it. Sometimes a police investigation may point up a person's guilt or clear them of any connection with a crime. Or, still again, as in this case, may tend to show the suspect's action to be justified.
Well, with that, it just means completing formal reports and submitting them to the district attorney for action. From then on, it's up to the courts.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to the actual confession of a murderer on The Night Watch, brought to you through the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California. W.N. Hildebrand, Chief. Tonight, you have heard 2 cases as they happened, and for their final disposition, we take you now to Police Headquarters and Chief Hildebrand.
In the case of the prowler tonight, he was subsequently booked for violation of 459 of the Penal Code, which is burglary, and Section 240 of the Penal Code, assault, the penalty of which is 1 to 15 years in the state's prison for burglary, or up to 6 months in the county jail for assault upon conviction. In the case of the homicide involving the woman who shot the man as he attempted to break into her home, the Detective Bureau under Lieutenant Bob Conlon submitted their reports and testimony to the Los Angeles County coroner at the inquest, where a verdict of justifiable homicide was rendered. In turn, the suspect was released from custody. My department is cooperating in bringing you the activities of the Night Watch in the interest of public security. No police department can be effective without the combined efforts of the citizens and the realization of the problems encountered by their officers. If through this program our department can further that cause, then our efforts shall be well rewarded in bringing you the Night Watch.
Thank you, Chief Hildebrand. You have just heard, through the medium of radio, on-the-scene reports of your police force in action. Every voice, every sound has been real. Night Watch is supervised for CBS Radio by Sterling Tracy, with technical advice by Police Sergeant Ron Perkins, and voiced in the field by Police Recorder Donn Reed.
It's 2:30 a.m., having just returned to the police garage with our tour of duty completed.
Control 1 to 5-4, you clear?
Excuse me, Don. Roger, Control 1. 5-4 reporting out of service.
Check 5-4, 2:31 a.m. and the Night Watch.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
(5-6-1) reporting in service, starting mileage 7395, 7395. Officers Perkins and Walter.
Control 1, 10-4, mileage 7395, 6:08 p.m. Unit 56 in service on the Night Watch.
This is Donn Reed, a police recorder. Tonight you're riding in Detective Unit 56, just reporting in service on the Night Watch. While you're with us, bear one thing in mind. The people we'll meet are not actors, because I'm recording this as it happens. You see, this
Unit 56, come in.
5-6, go ahead.
Control 1 to 5-6, assist Unit 50 on a burglary investigation at 1923 Ramona. 1923 Ramona.
5-6, Roger. We're on the west end of the stall to be there in about 10 minutes.
Control 1 to 5-6, stand by. Control 1 to 5-6, cancel your last call, take this one. In the 2900 block on Sepulveda, 2900 Sepulveda, unknown trouble. Our only information so far, woman called for help and dropped the phone. The operator is tracing the call. We'll give exact location. Roll code 2 and stand by.
5-6, Roger.
Code 2. Use your red light. Hurry up. As I was saying, this is it. This is real. This is Night Watch.
Night Watch, the actual on-the-scene report of your police force in action. There are no actors. There is no script. Every voice, every sound is authentic. The investigations are recorded as they actually occur. Night Watch, presented with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, W.N. Hildebrand, Chief. We switch you now to Detective Unit 5-6, somewhere in the field, and to Police Recorder Donn Reed.
We're southbound on Sepulveda in about the 2000 block, so in a matter of seconds we'll cover that remaining distance. At the moment, there's just a bit of confusion because we don't know exactly where we're going or what to look for when we get there. As soon as the telephone company can pinpoint that call, Control 1 will radio us. Now, at the present time, we just have the approximate location. I was just thinking, a couple of weeks ago, we answered a similar call. A woman was calling the station about a dog license and suddenly dropped the phone and screamed. Seems the roast was burning and she forgot to hang up the phone. Hold on, we're going to flip a turn. Sometime before that, we had the same deal. This time a man shot himself. That's what they mean, unknown trouble. Can't be anything. We're in the immediate area now. Slowing down. Checking the houses as we go. So far, nothing unusual. Most of the houses are full of
Control 1 to 5-6. On your unknown trouble call, the operator states that the call originated at 2913 North Sepulveda. At 2913 North Sepulveda.
5-6, Roger. We'll be code 6 of that location.
Kirk, flip your light on that White House over there. No, that's it. This 13 must be in the rear, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Watch it, Ray. There you go.
could be nothing. There's a light burning in the hallway.
I'll keep the back covered just in case.
Detective Waller to the rear. We'll go in the front with Sergeant Perkins.
You better stand away from the door, Don.
Yeah, okay.
Police officers, open up, will you, please?
Right, look at him. We had a call. We had a call coming in from this address here, and the phone hung up. Yeah. Have a drink? No. Everything okay? Thanks. Did anybody here call the station?
Man, intoxicated. Says everything's okay.
I'm the one called.
Wife coming out of the bedroom.
Oh, he was drinking my
Armed with a coffee pot.
He was going to jump in the car and run off. Said he was drunk. Just because I was late getting home with the children, I took him to the fair. He knew I was taking him to the fair. And for the first time in his life, I took him to see the show. They had a turkey. And I called him and he said, well, let's stay long as you please. I'm plenty drunk anyhow. Well, he never drinks. And why he's doing it for some grudge against me or something. But anyhow, he started cutting up, and so when I hung up, I would have told him right away. He run out the back to get in the car, and when he did, I run behind him and took the keys away from him. When I come back, I left the receiver down, but by the time I got the key and got back in, well, he...
No, we had the operator trace.
Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would be up. I thought you would. I waited. I didn't pull my clothes off until later. I thought you would trace it and come on.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's okay now. He's quieted down.
Everything under control.
Well, he better be. I'm beaming. He didn't think I'd call you. First time he's married 15 years, and the first time he ever pulled something like that. And I mean, it's nothing. He knew where we were, and he, when you go to that fair, you can't go down there and get back. We didn't get away from here at 11 o'clock, and then the show doesn't even start till 8 o'clock, and we didn't even stay for all of it. We left and looked at the fireworks on the way to the car.
Everything's okay now?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk to him.
He's just his stupidity, that's all. I can handle him. I'm beating, but he's a hemophiliac. He's a bleeder, and you don't dare hit him over the head with anything, you know.
Well, let's go in the front room. Husband slumped in chair.
I'm sorry about it.
Several empty whiskey bottles on the table.
Well, I don't know. I'm just having a good time.
You don't normally drink.
No.
What's the reason?
It's here from 6 to 1 in the morning. Nobody shows up. You think you got a drink or something.
You weren't going to go take your car out someplace, were you?
I was going out and get drunk.
Get drunk? I'd hate to see you getting right drunk.
I'm not drunk.
No, but you've been drinking heavily.
I've been drinking since 6, if that's what you call heavily.
How much you been drinking?
What's on the counter out there?
Well, as long as you stay in your own home and...
That's right. I didn't even know she called you guys.
Well, don't go out and get in the car, though. Stay inside, okay?
Okay.
And no trouble.
No trouble.
All right.
I'm sorry it bothered you.
No, that's no bother. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
It's a good thing he was a free bleeder. His wife would have really clobbered him over the head.
When he sobers up in the morning, he's going to have a headache anyway.
Listening to Night Watch and following the activities of a detective unit on its tour of duty. Remember, the people and sounds you are hearing are real, and the investigations are recorded in the field as they actually occur. We'll bring you the final results of tonight's action at the conclusion of Night Watch. Each year, more millions of children throng into schools already overcrowded. If your child is to have the education you want for him,
It is up to you and the fellow parents in your community to make sure your school is equal to its job. Your efforts, and only yours, will guarantee an up-to-date school for your children. And now we switch you to Detective Unit 5-6, somewhere in the field, and your police recorder, Donn Reed.
Unit 5-1-1, we have two 459 suspects trapped in the building at 3207 South Jefferson. Request immediate assistance. Control 1-5-1, stand by. All units in the vicinity. Officers need assistance at 3207 South Jefferson. 3207 South Jefferson. Two 459 suspects in the building now. Code 2. 5-1, 10-4.
5-6-1, Roger. We're rolling on the car. We'll approach from the north side. Two 459 suspects means two burglars in the building. Very high rate of speed. Recognize that address. Had an attempt burglary there a few weeks ago. It's a large bottling plant scattered over several acres. Apparently one of our uniform cars has two suspects trapped. And knowing this layout, every second counts. There's 1,000 places to hide. The other units answering this call will be coming in with just a red light. We haven't far to go, so we didn't take our red lens out of the glove compartment. Under normal conditions, detective units don't leave the red lens on. It's detachable. Matter of a couple more blocks now. Hold on, we're going to flip one. This is the unknown element. What's happened? Are they still there? Have they slipped out? Are they armed? And we're approaching the plant now. Cut our lights. It's getting into a stop. Uniformed officer guarding the door. Guns are out of holster. Fingers on the safety catchers. Let's go. Burglar trapped in the building.
He just started hammering on the safe in there, and we heard him as he come up. He's in here somewhere. Yeah, he hasn't had a chance to get away. I don't think we can find a light switch.
All right, here's your picture. Hammering on the safe. We're out in the dark yard now. Officers on both sides. Guns out.
Can we have one up this way?
Large bottling plant. Whole series of trucks lined up. We're walking along in the dark. You can hear the officers shouting on both sides. We're watching the trucks on both sides. There go the lights on. Now they're switching the lights. This will help us determine if he's in here.
We're all police officers out here. Anyone hiding in there, come out with your hands up.
Everyone have to dig him out. Here comes another police unit rolling in over on the other side. Going in among the trucks. Large stacks of bottles. Must be 30 feet high. A couple of officers. Perkins is up on top here.
Have we heard this?
Well, he's still around here then. Only information. Suspects were attempting to break open the safe. Check all these trucks.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do, cut your hand?
Yeah, I got a cut on the barbed wire going over.
Sure he didn't slip out, huh?
I don't think so. He did. He was awful fast. Water is on the roof.
Passing the word. Detective Walters up on the roof. Just a matter of identification.
Hey, Roger, look out down the alley here. Going west, right down here.
Car just took off. Ronnie? Car just took off going down the alley.
Where about?
Right, going down this way. One spot. Get back to our car on the double. Walters piling off the roof. Let's get back to the car. Sergeant Perkins driving. What's captured?
Yeah, that post I used to get up on the roof?
Yeah. 5-6-1 on this 459 call. One suspect may be leaving the area west through the alley and southbound on Overland.
in a light cream mercury two-tone, possibly with a green top, about a 50 or 51, and it should have one male occupant. We advise all the units to be on the lookout for this car. You might also notify West L.A.
Control 1, 56, stand by. Control 1 to all units, southbound on Overland, a possible 459 suspect driving a light cream Mercury 1950 or 51 two-tone with a green top. Contains one male suspect, may be armed. Use caution.
We're skirting the plant to get on the road taken by the suspects heading south. The geographical picture: on the left beyond the fence, open fields covered with grass, small shrubs. On the right, Bologna Creek, large cement viaduct, carries water down to the ocean.
5-4 to all units on this search. We've just contacted a citizen who saw a second male suspect leave the rear of the plant on foot. He's running toward the open field on Overland just a moment ago. Only description, dark suit and hat. Units 5-1 take the north side and 5-3 the south side. We'll cover that area. 5-6, can you read it?
5-6, go ahead.
5-6, Perkins, Lieutenant Kelly wants you to cover the Overland Bridge. Possible the suspect may head for cover under there.
5-6, roger. We're right on top of it now.
Control 1 to all units in the search area. A detective unit will be code 6 in the Overland Bridge area.
Heading down the dirt road toward the bridge. Control 1 just advised the other units that we're going to check out this bridge. Since we're in plain clothes, it's just a precaution against any mistaken identity, especially since all of us, including the suspects, are wearing dark clothes. It's a little bumpy along here. Here we are.
Perk, you want to check out the creek bottom, and we'll take the girders over here by the bridge. Okay, Perk.
Well, let's make our way down now onto this bridge, going down the side of the creek, right down the side of the mountain. Way in the background, calls to coming over our speaker. We're getting quite a ways from them now. Making our way down through the dark. Frogs off there along the creek bed. Boy, it's dark out here. I dare put a flashlight on. At the moment, get a chance to look under there. Should we flush him out? The eyes wouldn't be accustomed to the light. In the second place, you're liable to get shot. And tomorrow's my day off. Now we're in a cemented area, going down on the bridge. It's dark, pitch dark under here. Hold on, here we go. Under the steel girders. Now we can use a flashlight. Sergeant Perkins off way up, climbing into the overhead beams. See if anyone could be up under there. Up about 50 feet above us. There's a car shoot over the top of our heads here with these overhead beams, making our way along. Now we're on the other side, and we're out in the open now. Along the creek. Probably can hear the water moving on out toward the ocean. Perkins over on the left. He's got his light out, checking some small shacks, wood piles. Well, I guess this is what they call legwork in the business. Let's go back and make our way underneath here again. Down in the dark cavern underneath this bridge. Where they've crossed. It's very difficult to walk. It's about a 45-degree angle. More cars over our head. Perkins shouting
way out at the entrance. We're way in behind. Now we're on the outside. Make our way back up here again. On up the top of the cliff. Well, I know why I joined the Air Force in the last war. Let's get back to our car again. Well, we proved one thing. He isn't under the bridge anyway.
What are you puffing for?
I'm out of shape.
Well, the uniform cars have got the area surrounded. It's going to have to show sometime. Kurt, let's get back to the plan. Check out that safe he was working on.
Yeah.
To Control 1, on this safe job down here, suggest you have the officers making the report make a notation that any information regarding the suspects or the suspect's car be kept out of the newspapers.
Control 1 to 5610-4. We'll make a notation to that effect. KMA 394.
Well, the object of that, of course, was to keep what information we do have out of the newspapers so that the suspects will not have any advantage. Now let's get back to the plant and check out that safe. Up in front of the plant.
Bring my flashlight, will you, Kurt?
Okay.
See, the fingerprint man is here. Run in the building. Papers over the floor. Holy mackerel. Here's the picture. Safe about 6 feet tall. The safe is outside, completely out of the cement wall. And cement is all over the floor. Let's see what they've used the sledgehammer on it, apparently. What do you got there, Bill?
There's a spring here in the floor.
Gee, they broke the... See, that's part of the dial, isn't it?
This is part of the dial. It's half of it. Looks like they broke it in half.
Holy mackerel, they were really going to work with that sledgehammer. There's the top of the dial laying over there.
Here's the handle to the safe to get it through. Here's the pry bar.
Apparently that's the stuff they brought in with them. Craig?
Yeah.
Here's, they must have brought this stuff in with them, huh? Big pry bar. Here's a crowbar.
You know, Bob, they probably might have used these fibers here, too.
Here is the officer who will take the prints. Officer Ray Lang. Quite a character. He's got this haircut about a quarter of an inch long. Hi, Curly. This is sledgehammer.
Thank you, but you might, just possibly. Well, the handle's got a good shining surface, so if there's anything there, we ought to be able to develop it.
Let's now get hold of Head Gardner and get some pictures off him back, too.
Okay, fine.
Let's move on out. Every one of these windows open. There's even one open in the other office. I don't know why they get knocked over. The guys wouldn't even have it to do that. I guess that does it here. Walter, Perkins, heading for the car. Well, those guys didn't get the safe open, but they sure got a lot of exercise.
So we didn't get them tonight. They didn't get the money either.
Gentlemen, I say we should orange a cup of coffee. Anybody with me? Buying?
Yeah, I'm buying.
I can use this stuff. I can too now. I believe I could even eat a sandwich.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Let's don't go overboard on this thing.
Well, what are you buying, Don?
Coffee.
Coffee?
Yeah.
That's better than nothing.
Go have coffee.
Well, I'll have that.
Good. Go to the place where we get it free, will you?
What you have just heard is real. Recorded as it actually happened on The Night Watch. And now back to police headquarters and Chief W.N. Hildebrand.
I hope tonight's first investigation will give you an insight into one of the many problems faced by your local law enforcement officers. When they entered the house on the trouble call, they had to be prepared for any emergency. In reality, it was nothing more than a family quarrel. But regardless, the officers risked their safety in a fast run to the home because of the dangerous possibility that existed. Now, for a moment, I'd like to discuss the final case of the safe burglars. In a fiction program, the suspects would have been apprehended. But Night Watch is real, and in real life, the suspects are not always captured immediately. For example, several important clues as to the suspect's identity were censored out of tonight's broadcast. Considerable progress has been made on the case after many hours of legwork and long stakeouts. However, in the interest of security, up to this moment, no further facts can be revealed. In writing the Night Watch, remember you're listening while it happens. A police officer in the field must make a decision now. He has no way of determining the outcome in advance. His personal safety and your security is based on his training as a police officer. To help understand these problems is the reason for Night Watch.
Thank you, Chief Hildebrand. You have been following the on-the-scene reports of your police force in action. Every voice, every sound has been real. Night Watch, brought to you through the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, is produced by Sterling Tracy and Jim Hadlock, with technical advice by Sergeant Ron Perkins, and is described in the field by police recorder Donn Reed.
It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Into the police station. In fact, it's almost 4 hours too early to start the night watch, but I received a hurry-up call. So let's wheel on over to the desk and see what's up. Hi, Lieutenant.
Hi, Don. Sergeant Perkins wants you in the briefing room right away.
Okay.
You might give him this report. That's what it's all about.
Okay, fine. Thanks very much. Well, here's the deal. 8-year-old boy missing from home since yesterday noon. Possibly maybe victim of foul play. Well, that was the reason for the rush call. By the way, I'm a police recorder, and my name is Donn Reed, and you're following us here on this investigation. As you do, remember one thing. The people you hear are not actors. This is it. This is real. This is what happens on the Night Watch.
Indian type.
Night Watch, the actual on-the-scene report of your police force in action. There are no actors. There is no script. Every voice, every sound is authentic. The investigations are recorded as they actually occur. Night Watch is presented with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California. W.N. Hildebrand, Chief. We switch you now to the Detective Bureau and your police recorder, Donn Reed.
Green stripe.
You're listening to Sergeant Ron Perkins, who has been assigned by Chief Hildebrand to organize the search for this missing boy. Now, gathered here in the briefing room are the fire chief and his assistants, as well as the chief of police, who will assume personal command in the field.
About 6:30 in the evening at La Ballona Creek in Overland area. So we'll go on down to that point and work out of that point. We can start dispatching in both directions. Okay.
We'll bring some poles and lights and walkie-talkies. Everything we have available enough. Oh, yeah, we've got that.
We got enough of your men here.
We'll take one truck down there.
Well, that's our starting point. So let's move out to the La Ballona Creek area and set up headquarters.
It's 3 p.m. right now, and we're located on a high bluff overlooking the creek. Now, here's the picture. Just looking overhead, the sky is very overcast and threatening rain. And if it does, well, this creek will become a raging torrent in a matter of minutes. Now, couple this with the fact that there's less than, I should judge, about 2 hours of daylight left. You can see the reason for our anxiety. Now, Sergeant Perkins is talking to members of the fire and police department, so let's move right in on that conversation.
Sergeant David, the motor officers will take the pavement. They'll ride the creek on the pavement.
I see.
And I've got these 4 boys here. You can take 2 with each crew, and they can check in the culverts and that part of it.
Well, now, we've got some our pike poles and also grappling hooks. Rope along in case it's needed.
Yeah, it should be in any of the deep pools. Ought to check out the deep pools.
We won't find a deep one until we get below Inglewood. There's some pretty good ones down there. There's one right down here, way just below that dam, but these things will easily reach it. Yeah. But below Inglewood, you see, we get a couple pretty good ones down there. You can't get too near the center of them. We may have to drag those, you know.
Well, why don't you go down and check that area and give us a radio call?
We'll call you back and tell you where the deep pools are at, see?
Right. Okay. Yeah. And you'll have 2 of your motors check the west, the east end of the...
Take the upper end of the creek.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Well, if you want to do that, then we'll start these from here.
Yeah.
Captain? Wilson? You've got the lifeguard coming in from...
The lifeguard service is coming in from the ocean, up Bologna Creek, till they meet the firemen going down this way to the ocean.
All right, fine. Well, we've got it pretty well covered here. Englander, would you stand by here and be the contact here? At the present time, Martin will meet you here. When the hot rodders start coming down, start fanning them out through the hills, right? All
the way up?
All through the hills, yeah. Cover every part of it they possibly can.
All right.
Mike, would you and Bob... I told Bob to work it from here because the hot rod clubs will be coming down. We've got the whole creek area covered now. And then if the hot rod clubs come down, would you handle the part of it up through the hills?
Well, you're going to have them go in car?
Yeah,
walking,
in hot rod cars, and then take 2 or 3 fellows in each car, and they can fan out on foot and look in the culverts and stuff like that, too.
In other words, you got a group run this way towards the beach.
We got the whole thing with both ways on the creek. We've got the lifeguards coming in from the ocean, and we've got the motor officers handling the part they can down there on the pavement, and the fire department's handling this rough stuff through here.
We're going to have communication.
Yes, you've got, here's another walkie-talkie right there. You can use that one right there.
I can go in the opposite direction from the other walkie-talkie.
Well, give us this one. Mike and I are going to go along.
Yeah, we're going to take the Hot Rod Association and go up in the hills. Well, do you know when they're going to be down?
No, I don't, Captain. I don't know. I understand to be here after 4 o'clock. That's the only information we have.
This little fall's been gone an awful long time.
I'll tell you what we don't have covered. We don't have this area from the bridge up to where the pavement starts. So if any of the officers come down, get them going on that area there, on both sides of the creek, up to where the pavement starts. The motors are going to take the pavement and ride the culverts clear on in.
Well, the search has been set up. Units have been dispatched. As I'm looking out here along Bologna Creek, the fire companies are out, moving along the creek with grappling hooks. I heard someone say it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. Well, I guess that's probably true. Nevertheless, the search will continue as long as it's humanly possible. In other words, there's a boy missing somewhere. We'll find him. You probably can hear a radio going off in the background. Actually, that is a fire unit down here that is sending directions to the various mobile units that are operating here in the field. Behind me now, Lieutenant Conlon is conferring with Chief Hildebrand, so let's get over there.
These waterfalls are coming out into the creek. Got very dangerous gas in it, and nobody can go in that unless they got gas mask on. And if they go back up 200 or 300 feet into that, they become asphyxiated and die. So I've talked to this Mr. Jones up here. He's got men coming out with gas equipment to go back up into it and check this for 400 to 500 feet.
I better broadcast the units, not have anybody going there until we have a control. 5-0 to Control 1.
Unit calling, go ahead.
5-0 to Control 1. Will you notify all units involved in the search down here to notify all of the men not to enter any closed culvert. Not to enter any closed culvert. We have an expert coming down from the flood control that will check them out for sewage gas prior to anyone entering.
5-0, roger. Control 1 to all units.
While this call is being relayed to the other units in the field, the chief just informed me that the four of us are going over to confer with the boy's mother. So let's get back to our police car.
Enter any closed culverts.
No, not just that.
Oh, they grabbed one?
Well, they got,
You're telling me the truth now.
checking everything. They got the Los Angeles squadron in the area. Do you have any trouble with the boy earlier?
I spoke to him in a harsh tone of voice. I was angry at him. He had torn down the curtain in his room, and he had just turned his bed upside down. You know me, I'll hit him for a small thing, but when it's something this serious, beating doesn't do any good.
No, it doesn't. We're doing everything we possibly can.
That I'm sure. I mean, that's the only thing that's holding me on my sanity altogether is confidence in you and the rest of the boys.
Well, we will continue all night long searching the creek bottom and up in the hills, and we've got an aerial squadron that's flying over the place.
Yes, I told Sergeant Perkins if we get him back alive, we should both get some assistance to see.
Well, you get all the assistance.
Straighten out, you know.
Yeah. You get all the assistance in the world if we find him when we do and bring him
I
back.
hope we do. I hope we do.
Well, we will.
So
Don't
scared.
worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's no use.
We're going to go back up the area. Would you
Look,
stay here? You wait
of
here?
course I'm going to be. I can't go. I'm too nervous to drive anymore. You see me? I was ripping that car around like... Look, I only ask that you keep notifying me, yes or no, good or bad. I mean, that's the only thing that'll keep me going is every hour or two check with me.
All right.
Thank you, Chief. I'm grateful for all the help you're doing and for the wonderful assistance everybody's giving me.
We'll do everything we can, and we'll keep you informed. Well, as we head back for our car, I think I know what's going on the minds of these officers. Has he been kidnapped? Did he fall into a deep pool in that creek? Could he have strolled into one of those caves and been overcome by gas? Well, you could ask 1,000 questions and never come up with an answer. So far, not even a lead. Well, I guess this is where hard work and a prayer comes in.
You are listening to Night Watch. The people you hear are not actors, and every voice, every sound is real. The investigations are recorded as they actually occur. And now we switch you back to the field and police recorder Donn Reed.
The concentration of the search will be in the Baldwin Hills. The boy has been identified as being in this area. So the units that are working the creek and that area may be pulled in.
You just heard that order given to Control 1 by Chief Hildebrand.
The search has now been concentrated in the Baldwin Hills. Charlie Regan and myself had information that he was on this hill as long as a half hour ago. We're now on the hill behind the new construction of these homes. There's a great property. We have different information. He was in this area approximately a half hour ago.
I don't know whether you pick up that information. It was coming from one of our motorcycles quite a distance away. Stated that it's possible that this youngster was seen in the area that we are at the present time. No matter... Here comes another call.
5-0 to all mobile units that are not engaged in the search along Wyona Creek. Will you concentrate now in the area? The new housing project up above Overland.
We're in that area now. Did you hear somebody yell, or is my imagination?
A kid in the red over there.
No, that's two guys that are helping.
Did you check that cave over there? Well, it's up the road. Okay.
Is that an open gate there?
I guess it is. I can see
It looks like it's open.
Perkins down there coming up the hill. Well, what are you sweating about, Sergeant?
Running. We can pull that creek search off. I think it's one of the
Apparently was last seen at approximately 3 o'clock this afternoon in the development on the hill, the Craig development. And the household is pouring Michael water.
Well, you probably could pick up part of that coming up over that that motor. Officer Bovard taking off up the hill. Let's get back onto our police car.
The units down at the La Bayona Creek and over in the area. The sheriff's aerial unit is in the field now over La Bayona. Would you have one of the sheriff's cars stand by down there relative to any communication between the airplane and their office?
Here in our police car once again. Just observing out toward the hills, I can see the plane from the Sheriff's Aero Squad that is circling the hill area in an attempt to locate this boy. But this much we've accomplished in the last hour. I think we've established fairly well that the youngster at least is alive and is somewhere in the hills area. I think it's just a matter of time now before we will close in, because there are, well, I wouldn't even hazard to guess the number of units that are looking for it, but it must be up somewhere in the 20s. Here comes some more calls through.
Would you go to the Sepulveda Bridge and pick up 4 of the...
No, this doesn't relate to our situation other than just picking up some of the youngsters that are in this search. So now, all we can do is stand by here in car 57 and await further developments. About another 45 minutes have passed now, and I'm still remaining here in the cars that are grouped around us. I'm speaking now from the back of 5-7. Sergeant Perkins, here comes another call. No, that's not relevant to our situation here. Sergeant Perkins is in the field somewhere for the possibility of locating the youngster. We have remained here in this area, and as soon as a word comes from any of our units, we will move directly to the scene. Well, there's another call coming through. That was Sergeant Perkins on the other end, saying that more men have arrived to join in this search. The father of the missing boy is up here in the hills searching along with the rest of us, and right now is headed for our car.
Did they finish dragging the creek?
Yeah, they've worked on down considerable distance. I don't know just how far they got, but within the last hour, alive and was headed up toward the hills. So that's where we're going to concentrate.
The boys are doing a good job.
Well, if we want them to, we'll do our best.
5-4 to Control 1 in all units. We have just found the boy on Ledge Road and Hill Street. He's in 5-4 right now. He is okay. He's tired. We're going to take him to the station.
Well, I think you heard that call, but just in case you missed it, the boy is safe and just tired and is in custody. And you can just see as well as feel the tension released on the faces of everyone here. So let's get back and meet car 5-4 with the youngster at police headquarters.
I think you all have been found.
Well, standing here in front of the police station, here's the picture. There must be at least 20 photographers standing by, ready to snap a picture as the youngster's brought in. And, yeah, on my left, here's the father of the boy, anxiously watching the street for sight of the car that will bring the young fellow in. That's car 5-4. It's coming in right now, and Lieutenant Lugo has the boy by the hand and is taking him over to his father as the flash bulbs continue to pop here, so it's quite an exciting moment.
And Hill Street, right where you've last seen that.
Where were you at all night? Huh? In the car? Whose car? You know, I thought I had a punch like in somebody's car. He went and got in somebody's car to sleep.
Well, I made that statement last night, and of course there was a lot of cars around. We couldn't locate all the cars, didn't we?
Whose car was you in?
Yours.
My car? You were home in my car?
No, I was in yours in my car.
Why didn't you get in the house?
Well, Sergeant Perkins has the boy by the hand and is leading him now into the police station. A crowd is really gathering now. Onlookers, newspapermen, you name it, we've got them. Excuse me, please. And so let's get right on into the office. Excuse me. Just excuse me. I get through. Here in the Detective Bureau, and Sergeant Perkins is talking with the boy, along with Chief Hildebrand and Lieutenant Conlon.
Where did you stay last night?
My daddy's car.
Your daddy's car? Did you stay there all night?
Yeah.
Where did you go when you got out of the car?
Went around the corner
Went around the corner to the park?
No.
Where did you go?
On the weeds next to the golf course.
In the weeds?
Yeah.
Didn't you think that your mother and daddy would be worried about you?
Yeah.
They've been pretty worried. I don't think it was very nice to run away like that. Now let your mother and dad know where you were.
Where did you eat, son? Where did you eat?
I just had a glass of water.
Just had a glass of water? That's all you've had?
You see, if any time that you're away, if you are any time away, you should always try to find a policeman and tell them that you've got some trouble. And then you don't have any more trouble because we know where you are, and then we don't have to get a whole lot of people off and look for you.
Glancing down the hall, I can see the mother of this young boy coming up the stairs, being supported by her husband. As you can well imagine, she appears to be just about overcome with joy.
Baby! It's like you were drowned in the creek.
Right at the moment, I guess you can say, pandemonium reigns. Tears are pouring down the mother's face, and the father is standing by with Sergeant Perkins while the cameramen are firing pictures from every angle.
Oh, you're
I'm Sergeant Perkins, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think
heard about you on radio. Thank you.
I don't think the boy should be punished right now, but we'd like to have him come back to one of the juvenile hearings, say probably next Wednesday night, the three of you.
Darn right. Darn right.
Everybody's
We want to do something about it right away. There's no sense in something like this, George.
But in the meantime, I don't think the boy should be punished.
We will.
Right.
We will.
Okay.
Very good. We can stand some help. There's this thing here, this is it, you know?
Again, I appreciate everything everyone has done, and please tell all those men that
We've already thanked them.
I think you ought to thank them all for helping you, don't you?
Thank you.
Bye, young fella.
You're not going to run away anymore, honey. You promised them on your words on your scarf on.
Well, Sergeant, there he goes.
Yeah, he's a lucky boy, Don. And it's after 6 o'clock. Let's get back to work. Why don't you go down and get us some coffee? I've got reports to make. Take about 15 minutes.
Okay.
I'll meet you over in the office.
You buying?
I'll get it.
Ray, will you open the door for me, please?
Sure, here you are.
Thanks. Here's your coffee. Watch it hot. What's that going on out there?
Sergeant, I've been around a lot of police departments in my life, but this is a new twist. I don't quite get it. Why the music going on out there?
Well, Don, did you see the woman sitting out there with the record player?
Yeah, I saw her.
She came in the station a few minutes ago. Sergeant Green just called me. And brought this record player in, sat down, started playing it.
You mean she's just sitting there playing records?
She's just sitting outside playing records. I just put in a call for Lieutenant Lugo, have him come and interview her. I think we've got a psycho case on our hands.
Uh-huh.
So wait just a second, let me see if I get him.
Right.
Go to the door, Sergeant. Where's Lieutenant Lugo? Oh, wait a minute. Here he is, here. Okay, thanks.
Coming in the office now, an elderly woman, perhaps, maybe 75 years old, snow white hair, wearing old faded lavender dress, high collar, with old-fashioned high-button shoes. Sergeant Perkins is going out now to turn off the phonograph. And Lieutenant Lugo just whispered to me that he's very familiar with this case. Apparently, she's been in the station several times recently.
Sure.
You know, we want to help you if we can.
I know.
And
I don't know.
I talked to your niece.
Oh.
And she also wants us to help you.
Yeah,
She wants to help you.
She's nice.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Nice. She's very nice, Jabba.
And,
she never touched me.
You have been having a little difficulty with where you're staying?
No.
You haven't?
Oh, you mean the hotel?
Yes, at the hotel.
Oh, yes, I come over. I want a room. The smell like pig.
Oh?
Yes.
Well, did you find the clothes that you thought you had lost the other day?
Yes. I come, I said, give me my suit. I tell you, afternoon, my sister come. He said, I can find it. I never been in anything.
You've come here before.
Yes.
And come here for help. And we've been trying to locate you to help you.
Yes.
And
I am so hurty. Honest.
Yes.
Officer.
Surely.
I like you. Yes, but he said to me, you'll be someday to police station arrested. I said, what do you think I am? They say, that's me too. They take a bike, truck, and then they tell you, there's the violence.
You come here with several different types of problems here.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that you're the type of person who would like to have some help.
Sure.
And I think that...
Why that beat me?
No one is going to hurt you.
No.
And we're going to possibly go see a doctor that will help you.
I go for doctor.
Well, we have...
I go today. Before yesterday.
We have some doctors that can help you. And at a good hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And possibly they can give you all the assistance that you need.
Yes.
We have tried to get your family together to agree on this, and I believe that they are in accord with what we want to do to help you. So if you will go along with us in a little while, we'll go down to Los Angeles and we will take you to the hospital.
Yes.
And I think it'll make you feel a lot better.
Very.
Well, that's fine. I'm all right. If you'll just wait a few minutes.
Yes.
Do you want to go with us now? Go with Miss Sklar here and wait outside out here for a few minutes?
You mean I go? What you go right here?
Wait outside out here, if you will.
Yeah. Did you want to give me?
You wait right out here.
Watching her leave the room, she's heading for her record player. Here we go again.
She's outside now, Lieutenant, playing the record machine again. What do you think?
Well, she's quiet, I guess, sitting there, so I think you'd better assign a man to take her down to the general hospital for observation.
Okay.
She's, evidently a mental case, and possibly can get some help down there.
All right, I'll get one of the officers, then I'll have Miss Sklar ride down as matron.
That's fine.
Okay,
thanks,
well,
Bert.
You bet.
What you have just heard was real, recorded as it actually happened on The Night Watch. And now, back to Police Headquarters and Chief W.N. Hildebrand.
Tonight's action presented still another phase of police work, that of conducting an all-out search for this missing boy. As a result, police units from 4 different cities cooperated, including a plane from the Los Angeles Sheriff's Aero Squadron, Boy Scout groups, even hot rod clubs. While he was fortunate to have survived the first night without serious injuries, the second could have brought on a great tragedy. Once returned to his home, my department immediately became interested in still another phase of this case, namely, what prompted the boy to leave home. Our Juvenile Bureau requested the boy and his parents to appear at a hearing where the situation was discussed and corrective measures taken. In the last case involving the 75-year-old woman that came to the station with her portable record player, she was taken to the General Hospital's psychiatric ward, where an examination confirmed the investigating officer's report. For her own security, the subject was confined for hospitalization, where she will be assured of constant attention and protection. The average citizen I know wants to aid his local law enforcement officers in every possible way. If we succeed in bringing this message to just a few, then our efforts shall be well rewarded in bringing you Night Watch.
Thank you, Chief Hildebrand. You have just heard on-the-scene reports of your police force in action. Every voice, every sound has been real. Night Watch, brought to you through the cooperation of your police department of Culver City, California, is produced by Sterling Tracy and Jim Hedlock, with technical advice by Sergeant Ron Perkins, and is described in the field by police recorder Donn Reed.
Size 6 to 1, starting mileage 103.51, 10,351.
Control 1 to 5, 610-4, 6:08 p.m. Detective Unit 56 in service on the night watch.
This is Donn Reed, a police recorder. You're riding in a detective unit. Black sedan, radio buried in glove compartment. No identification as a police car. Driving, Sergeant Ron Perkins. We're all dressed in civilian clothes. Sports suits, overcoats. This is Detective Unit 56. While you're with us tonight, remember the people...
Car 49 at 3106 and 1/2 Ocean View, 3106 and 1/2 Ocean View. Investigate at 447 in a 214. 56, will you roll and assist on this call?
56, roger.
447 and a 214. Now, we have a drunk giving somebody a bad time. But, as I was saying, while you're with us tonight, remember the people you meet are not actors. You're listening while it happens. Because this is it. This is real. This is Night Watch.
Night Watch. The actual on-the-scene report of your police force in action. Every voice, every sound is authentic. Wherever Detective Unit 56 is called, you follow as the official police recorder transcribes the investigation. Night Watch is presented with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, W.N. Hildebrand, Chief. We transfer you now to Detective Unit 56, operating somewhere in the field, and to police recorder Donn Reed.
Overhanging trees on both sides. It's a small house on the back of the lot. It's very old, but well kept. It's a neat little garden. Some flower pots. Coming up to the screen door now.
Chuck, you and Pat go on inside, and I'll cover the back just in case.
Now, here's a young woman, tiny baby in her arms, with a little boy, apparently her son.
Pues dile que yo no sé qué serían los vecinos que porque tú verías escándalo que...
She said she never called the police. This little fella here can do it better than I can.
Been having an argument here?
Se nos quiere echar para afuera.
Your dad? Who? Dad and mother fighting?
No, they were just having an argument.
Dad and mother just having an argument.
Dile que quiere echarme para afuera porque le pedí dinero.
Was Dad hitting mother at all?
No.
No?
Then he just said to get out of here. He wanted an asking to give him some money. Asked her to give him some money so we could buy some groceries. And, well, he got mad about that. Gave him arguing.
Yeah. Did Dad hit you at all?
No.
How'd you get your right eye like that?
I've been crying.
What have you been crying for?
Because I said they were going to fight.
Mm-hmm. Dad didn't touch you at all?
No.
Where's your dad now?
I don't know. He went outside. He ain't around no more.
Has Dad been drinking?
Yeah.
Your dad has been drinking.
Yeah. 3 days.
3 days now?
No food from his food.
Did your dad hit you or anybody else in the family?
No.
How many boys in this house?
5.
5 boys?
Yeah. No, 4 boys and 1 girl.
4 boys and 1 girl, huh? How old is your youngest one?
I think he's around 3.
3? How old is...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he should be. How old is the little girl? 1. Hello, honey. How are you? Down there?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Come
on, you come with us. You'll be all right.
Perk?
Yeah.
Her husband must be around here somewhere.
Yeah, I just found him. He's in the little room off the garage there.
His wife wants him taken down to the station. She says she's afraid of it.
Hey, Chuck, he's in the room there. You may have to take him in and book him. I'm going on the air for a few minutes.
Let's go on in. Woodshed. Here we are. Your husband
sitting on a couple of boxes, feet propped up against the wall, with an empty whiskey bottle in his hand.
How are you? All right? What was the trouble about? Were you arguing and fighting with your wife?
I don't know nothing.
No, nothing.
No.
No trouble?
No, nothing.
Somebody called the police that you were fighting with your wife and.
Myself?
Yeah. Now, how much have you had to drink tonight?
Oh, no, much.
What are you drinking? Wine?
No.
Beer?
No, not beer.
Whiskey?
Whiskey.
How much? You drink a whole pint, a quart? How much? Half what?
Pint.
Half a pint? Not half a gallon?
No. Half pint.
Half pint.
What happened with you?
Somebody called the police, said you were beating up your wife.
My wife?
Let's see what else you got in there. How many children you have?
5.
5? 4 boys and 1 girl?
5.
5.
4
Big family.
A woman neighbor squeezing her way in here.
No, pues dices que me vaya, pues es lo que quieres. Pues es lo que dice ella, que yo ya la llame para que me vaya con ella.
Está bien, vamos. Yeah, what was it all about? Why were they arguing and fighting?
¿Por qué estabas peleando con él?
Porque
le pedí dinero.
Lady, so we can understand.
Because he said that she asked him for money.
He asked him for money.
Uh-huh.
And then he started to fight about that?
Yes, that's a argument.
And he had been drinking. Do you know what he was drinking? And how much?
Ya ha tomado eso, yo creo.
He hasn't been home since last Thursday? What have you been doing since last Thursday?
My business.
Your business? Well, you're going to make it our business. Disturbing the peace around here and giving your wife and 4 children. Okay.
Officers Connor and Sarlo lifting up the suspect. Going to carry him out to the car.
Check out that address and advise Control 1 on any further information.
56104, and I'll be in a few minutes. Don, I've got to run over and check out an address. Why don't you go on in with the uniform car, and I'll meet you there in a few minutes.
Okay. Let's get over to the uniform car. Prisoner is sitting in the back with an officer. We'll ride up front.
I'm sorry, please.
You're sorry?
I'm sorry.
Why do you get drunk? You have 4 good baby boys and 1 girl. Why do you get drunk and give your wife and your children such a difficult time?
I like it.
Well, don't you like your wife and your children?
I like the children. I like it.
Well, why do you drink? You give them such a terrible time when you get drunk.
You buy liquor and they don't have any food. Food? Who?
You.
It's all right.
You spend all your money on liquor.
My wife and my children. Nice.
Yes, your wife and children nice, so why do you drink?
Oh, I like to drink.
You like to drink?
Sure.
You drink too much, or?
No, not much.
Girl, you drink too much.
Hey.
Little bit, good, but too much, no good.
I do.
Clearing the runway for booking.
Back to open.
Eat a banana and I come to say, you gotta make a banana and
Swinging into the station driveway.
You go to, we got a hotel here now.
Yeah. I'll stay there.
He's been here before. Officers helping the suspect out. He can't navigate. He seems fairly happy to be our guest. Get him up the stairs here. Through the big iron door side. Up to the booking desk, where the sergeant will take care of his reservation.
I'll leave your friend there. We've got to hurry up call. What's up? An unknown trouble call. There's a gun mixed up in it somewhere.
Okay. Section 43. We have a detective unit rolling code 2.
You are listening to Night Watch and following the activities of Detective Unit 5-6 on its tour of duty. Remember, the people and sounds you are hearing are real, and the investigations are recorded in the field as they actually occur. And now it's back to Night Watch as we return you to Detective Unit 5-6, somewhere in the field, and your official police recorder, Donn Reed.
Just a few more blocks and we'll be at the scene of this unknown trouble call. Just where the gun cart fits into.
On the unknown trouble call at 1612 View Park West. A shooting has just occurred at that location. Ambulance has been dispatched.
5-6, Roger. Well, that answers the question. A shooting. Yep. And it should be right here in the next block. Is that it? That's it right there. Yeah. Hold on. Radio unit already on the scene. Flashing the red lights there in the dark. Two uniformed officers hustling to the rear. It's a large house, old-fashioned, rambling. On the porch, a young woman lying face up. Claret flowing from wound, white blouse. Young girl in doorway, hands or face hysterical. Captain Lugo, Officer Cameron over the victim. Let's move in. You have a blanket?
Yeah. Jack, will you get a blanket, please?
I've called the doctor, Archie. Looks like she got shot right in the left shoulder there, doesn't it? She has a pretty good pulse, a good strong pulse. That's a good sign. I noticed the perspiration on her forehead and her eyes there, and she's clammy. This wound seems to have taken an upward shot towards the part of the shoulder there. Fortunately, I believe it's gone upward by all appearance, outward appearances. But you never know after it hits a bone. It can deflect anywhere. Toward the heart or the lungs where it can do a lot of damage. Perkins bringing up more blankets. Ambulance should be rolling in a matter of seconds. Is this the husband here? Man standing in door. See if he knows what happened.
From the start when you came here or when it happened.
See, these children are adopted children. But I'm their uncle. She's their aunt. And we've been having family troubles for about 4 years. And tonight I said I was leaving. It wasn't an argument. I was mostly listening.
Has she been well?
Well, she's been emotionally upset for about 5 or 6 years and threatened many times. And the last time was about 2 weeks ago on a Saturday when I took away another pistol from her and took it down to the police station because I couldn't break it open.
Was there anyone else besides you that saw her shooting something?
I didn't see her myself. I was standing here talking to my adopted daughter in the kitchen when she did it. No, just the girl and I was in the house, and the daughter was out in the room, sending the bed after dinner.
Captain Lugo, Cameron, moving off to a screened sun porch.
I imagine there's some shooting on her shoulders.
What kind of weapon was he carrying? Well, it seems to be an automatic, possibly a .22 automatic. It's a very small caliber gun, which, in a case like that, usually it will cause the bullets will deflect. Things don't add up too well at the moment. Ambulance attendants wheeling in the stretcher. Rush victim to the hospital. Perkins on porch, assisting. Lieutenant Bob Conlon, skipper of the Detective Bureau, in on the investigation. Taking the niece of the victim aside. Young, pigtails. Face streaked with tears.
Did you
see this happen tonight? Were you here at the time that this happened?
I was in the house.
You were in the house? What did you hear happen?
My uncle.
Ambulance taking him off. Confusion out here.
Come on.
Bring into the front room. Give me the extra helping hand.
Well, I want to ask you one thing, young lady. Were you in the house when you heard the shot? Did you hear the shot? And was your uncle with you inside the house?
Yes, he was.
And then you went outside with your uncle? And what position did you find your aunt in when you went outside?
Her head was on the pavement, and he made me go get a pillow. And he made me bring out a towel to wipe off the gun, because he said he didn't want anybody to think he did it.
He said that? Who wiped off the gun?
He did.
How old are you?
15.
15. What you were saying is the truth now. That he was with you inside the house when the gun went off.
I'm not positive.
Now, young lady, stop and think about this. When you heard the shot, what did you do?
I ran.
And where did you go?
The front porch.
What did he say?
I said what happened. He said she shot herself. And he said, bring me a towel so I can wipe off the fingerprints and nobody will think I did it.
So that's what he said.
Did you hear her tonight say that she was going to kill herself?
I heard her tell my uncle. And he came in and he told me that she wouldn't do it. And he offered to get her the other gun tonight. He said, you want me to get you the gun? And I answered, sure, go ahead and get it.
Did he offer to get it for her? And did he get the gun for her?
No.
He didn't. And,
in the meantime, she shot herself with the other one.
In the meantime, do you think that do you know whether your aunt shot herself or did your uncle shoot her?
I don't think my uncle would do that.
Right now, the thought in everyone's mind, why were the fingerprints wiped off that gun?
Well,
Bedroom door open.
You're pretty sure.
Sergeant Perkins on the phone.
Yeah, well, I just talked to the hospital, and they're going to need extra blood. They're going to need it in a hurry. I'll buy our order of Captain Lugo. Okay, have the LA unit meet me at Washington Adams, and I'll pick it up and run it to the hospital. Well, thanks a million. How's it going out there?
All right. There's some doubt about how those prints got wiped off the gun.
I'm going to meet that LA unit, pick up the extra blood, and I'll see you at the hospital.
Okay, I'll come down with Lieutenant Conlon.
Right, see you.
Uniformed officers have brought the husband into the front room. Lieutenant Conlon going to re-question him.
Where were you when the shot fired, and where was your daughter?
I was standing in front of that cup of coffee, and she was standing in front of the stove.
In the kitchen?
In the kitchen.
And what did you say to your daughter?
I know we were talking about her auntie, and she was naturally upset.
An LA store.
Her threatened to kill herself.
The hospital was doing something about that, I presume.
Didn't have, in fact, I wasn't in the house more than 20 seconds. I just brought my
Bob, I think we'll just continue this.
Oh, we'll tell him we'll be right over there now.
All right.
Captain Lugo motioning. Woman in critical condition. Got to get to the hospital and take her statement.
Go ahead, thank you. Don't lock it.
We'll talk to the husband on the way.
Right now.
Out to the radio car. Lieutenant Conlon will sit in back. And we'll ride up front with Captain Lugo.
Now, let's start at where we left off at the house, where we were the interruptions down there. Now, you stated that you were in the kitchen talking to your daughter. There was a cup of coffee there. And you heard the shot fired.
It's so unreadable, Mother.
And when the shot was fired, what happened then?
I was immediately off the front porch. I saw this pistol laying about 3 feet away. I frankly thought she was trying to...
When the motor stinks, if you acknowledge, open your mic and leave your heart
It looked to me like a shot pistol. I thought it was a big bluff. So I picked it up, and then at that time I could see it was beginning to bleed, so I realized I'd done the wrong thing. It really kind of scared me. But I'm implicated in a murder. So I rushed right back in the house and rush in and get that card we keep there with the police station number. I told her I'd bring that. I said, also bring a towel and wipe off this gun. So while I was wiping it off, I was calling the police.
Why did you want to wipe off the gun?
I wiped it off.
Well, why did you wipe it off?
Oh, I was frankly frightened. See, you didn't stop to think that while I was in the house, I was clear, but if I was out there, it'd be my fingerprints. That's why I level with you, isn't it?
Well, that's all I want you to know. Tell me the truth. That's all I want to know. Now,
Effect 2 clear. Okay, 1019.
as far as the case is concerned, we have to handle it as if it is a homicide, we got to handle it as such. And I'm hoping and praying that your wife don't die. But if she does, well, it'll have to be handled exactly like we would any other homicide. I'm going to lay it right on your lap, and you know the police department's position. Now, you know this, that what has been done in the past, you know exactly how your wife's reactions has been. You know whether she's hysterical, you know whether that she had bought this gun, this first gun that you were talking about. Now, this gun in question now, we are trying to determine where that gun came from.
I can't help you there. I'm the slightest.
You never saw this gun before till after this shot was fired tonight. That is exactly
Didn't know it existed.
Didn't know it existed. Do you know the caliber of that gun?
Well, I presume it's a 22 because it sounded like a cap pistol. Which I'm familiar with that, you know, it's a couple of times.
Yes.
Arriving now at the hospital. Newspaper reporter buttonholing the captain.
I hear the sirens coming. That's the blood coming now.
Where's this blood coming from?
This is coming from over on Vermont Street in Los Angeles from the Red Cross blood bank.
And the LA unit is transporting it here?
Yes, and our units have met the LA unit at Washington and Adams so that we can get it over here right away. Naturally, our units know where the hospital is, so that'll expedite things just a little faster. Anything we can do to help along the way to save this lady's life. See, Father McLaughlin is here and has been called to assist her spiritually. Anytime he can help a soul while he seems to be around.
Detective unit rolling in with the extra blood for transfusions. Two mortars leading the way. Hustling it into the operating room. Patient in the receiving room on the left. Priest just coming out. Lieutenant Conlon going in through the door. Wife lying on table. Two nurses standing by. Leaning over victim.
All automatic. Could you hand that to Hal?
Whispering. We've got to ask that key question.
You and your husband were arguing on the front porch of your house, is that right? Can you say yes or no? Did you shoot yourself or did your husband shoot you? You did? Yes? Thank you.
Well, that clears up the police end of the case. From now on, someone else is in charge.
What you have just heard is real. Recorded as it actually happened on The Night Watch. We switch you now to headquarters in the office of the Chief of Police, W.N. Hildebrand.
Tonight's first investigation involving the man who was intoxicated in the presence of his family and was applying physical abuse, the arresting officers booked the suspect plain drunk in the interest of the security of his family. Referring now to the final case of the woman who shot herself in an attempt suicide. Sitting across my desk is the husband of the victim, the man who was interrogated by the investigating officers. I'll let him speak for himself.
Chief, I admit in the anxiety of the moment, I did things that possibly could point to circumstantial guilt. As you know, a police investigation not only exposes the guilty, but it protects the innocent, as in my case. Also, I'd like to thank the donators who gave blood to help save my wife's life. An emergency like this shows a necessity for everyone to continue donating to the blood bank.
Thank you. Well, this will close our police file, and although the woman's life was saved, the bullet entered her body, ricocheted, and lodged itself in her spine. Today, the young woman is confined to a wheelchair, and doctors say she will never walk again. She's paralyzed. Night watch is real, so we may as well face the facts squarely. There will be other people in the future who will contemplate such an act. We have shown you a heartbroken family. We have shown you the police officers risking their lives to get blood to the hospital for someone they have never seen before. If by presenting this picture we may prevent one tragedy in the future, then there is a meaning for Night Watch.
Thank you, Chief Hildebrand. You have been following Detective Unit 5-6 on its tour of duty on The Night Watch. Every voice, every sound has been real. Night Watch is brought to you with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, with technical advice by Sergeant Ron Perkins, and is described in the field by the official police recorder, Donn Reed. Night Watch is produced by Sterling Tracy and Jim Hadlock. What you are about to hear is real.
Car 59 and any detective unit in the area at 2702 Devonshire. That's 2702 Devonshire. Woman attempts suicide. Code 2. Respirator and ambulance have been dispatched.
5-6 to 1. We're right on top of the call and holding.
1 to 5-6, 10-4.
This is Donn Reed, police recorder. You're riding in Detective Unit 5-6 on the Night Watch. Driving, Sergeant Ron Perkins, partner Detective Sergeant Kurt Waller. At the moment, we're moving through the traffic on an attempt suicide. Looking back, the piercing red lights of a police unit bearing down on us. I'll check that. It's red, fire department rescue squad. Slowing down. We're pulled over to the side now. Let the respirator truck go by. Here she goes. Behind the rescue truck. We'll be there in just a matter of seconds. And while you're with us tonight, remember, this trouble call we're rolling on, the people you meet, they're not actors. You see, this is it. This is real. This is Night Watch.
Night Watch, the actual on-the-scene report of your police force in action. There are no actors. There is no script. Every voice, every sound is authentic. The investigations are recorded as they actually occur. Night Watch, presented with the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, W.N. Hildebrand, Chief. And now we switch you to Detective Unit 5-6, on patrol somewhere in the field, and to the official police recorder, Donn Reed.
Call of a woman attempting suicide. Respirator truck just ahead. Stopped. We're swinging in behind. Two firemen with a portable inhalator hustling into the house. Ambulance has been dispatched. Should be here any moment. Man standing in the middle of the room, pointing to the back of the house. Moving into a small bedroom. Firemen setting up their equipment on the bed. Aged woman appears to be asleep.
There's a couple of bottles here. More sleeping tablets. Let's look around and see what you can find. See how they...
Fireman applying oxygen mask.
She looks more like she's in a kind of a coma.
Young fellow standing at the doorway. His picture here on the dresser. Probably her son. Let's move over there.
Would you want to contact the family doctor?
We tried to, and we can't get a hold of it. I called him first.
Well, just relax the best you can. We've got an ambulance on the way.
What is that perk? Is it the forced breathing that's making the noise?
Yeah. she's just... That's not... it's not forcing it in. In other words, she's just absorbing it.
She's breathing herself.
She's breathing herself?
Yeah, you couldn't force it in her anyhow.
Mm-hmm. In other words, it's just making it easier for her to breathe steadily. Mm-hmm. How's her pulse?
Yeah.
Apparently she took these about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
She's a deep one.
In the distance, the ambulance. Let's move out to the front door. Sergeant Walter talking with the young fellow.
If we need anything else for our form, we'll check with you again later. As long as there's still life there, they have a chance of pumping her stomach and getting that out of her system. So we'll just hope for the best.
Ambulance crew coming in.
Here's we've been able to find out it's sleeping tablets.
Waiting in a stretcher. Removing the oxygen mask. Placing victim on the stretcher. Feel the patient outside now. Across the sidewalk, quickly out to the ambulance. Resuscitator truck on the left. Still grinding away. Into the ambulance.
Her son is going to follow you down in his car. He'll meet her down there at the hospital. Okay. Okay, man. Thank you. I didn't want to say anything while her son was there, but I found this note on her desk. Most women want to take their lives because of some man. With me, it's just the opposite. I don't want to live because I have no man. Now let's get back to work. Fine, 6-1, clear on the attempt suicide. Victim en route to the hospital.
156-10-4. Take this call, 1038 Main Street, 1038 Main Street, in the bar. Investigate a man possibly carrying a gun. Unit 5-3 is rolling on this call now.
5-6, roger.
Arriving at the location. Man possibly carrying a gun. Combination bar and restaurant. Uniformed officer at the door of the bar motioning us in. Inside, looking for subject reportedly possibly carrying a gun, flashing a large amount of money. Well, the gentleman we're looking for is standing in the middle of the dance floor. You can't miss him. Tall, cowboy hat, suit, boots, silver 2-gun holster. One arm around the girl, the other waving a fistful of money. There's so much noise you can't hear yourself think. Taking a little encouragement and assist by one arm to get the subject headed for the door. Taking a good look at those guns, they're just a couple of water pistols. It's harmless enough. That is, if you wouldn't mind an occasional shower. Well, let's move on outside. Sergeant Tommy Dirks, Uniform Division, joining us. Cowboy leaning against a car, spinning a water pistol on one finger, waving a wad of bills.
You know what I mean? What you guys get mad at me for?
We got a report that you were carrying a weapon and large sums of money.
Oh, I got about $150 on my pocket. And I'm the nicest guy. Just call up and ask him. I'm the nicest guy you ever met.
Do you have some identification on you?
Sure I do, sir. What do you mean you get mad at me?
Oh, we're not mad at you. We're trying to safeguard all the money you're carrying.
You mean old Fontic, you stole my golf clubs and all my motorboats? You know me well. I know you, too. I'm the man that owns a big market.
What's the name of the market?
Look, let's quit joking. I'm a big man. And you guys are getting mad at me. You ain't got good sense.
Do we look like we're mad at you?
Go ahead.
You are carrying an unusual amount of money.
That's my business because I just got the thing and I still got the money and it ain't none of your business.
Oh, it isn't?
Hey,
you want us to make it our business?
Look, how much money do I got?
You want us to make it our business or do you want to cooperate with us? Make up your mind one way or another.
I wish you'd let me go home.
We're not going to stand out here and argue with you all night.
We're going to go in the wife.
Sure, we'll let you go home.
I'm a
You
nice
give us a few
man.
correct answers here and we'll let you go home.
Count it.
We don't want your money. We're trying to safeguard your money. You're flashing money around in a local bar. A lot of money that people don't see ordinarily. If you walk out of this bar and lose all that money, you're going to blame the local police for not doing anything about it.
Not me.
You'll be the first one to squawk. Do you have the phone number of anyone who could identify
I'll show you one from the big man downtown, the biggest man you ever saw. Give me a little light, will you, please?
Okay.
It's good. Good pushing me around.
This guy is a walking Bank of America.
Sure he is. $10 fine for being drunk. The only one thing you can do is arrest me for plain drunk.
No, we don't want to arrest you, but we'll have to keep that up.
Well, that's all you can do for it. I ain't driving. I ain't going no place. Just plain drunk. That's $25. I'm just a plain drunk, and that's all you can do about it. You can't dress me for anything but a train bunk under no condition. And you're going to be surprised when you lock me up. Everybody's going to laugh at you. Look, let's go in here and have a couple of drinks, all of us. And
we don't want you to have any more to drink. We want you to go get some coffee.
Why?
Will you do that?
Let's go in here.
Will you go get some coffee?
I shall sit down right there for 2 hours and wait till you come and say go home. I'm a gentleman. That's one thing you can believe.
Well, suppose you go right in there and sit down and have some coffee.
I don't like that coffee, but I'll go sit down.
Okay,
Let's go get something to drink and sit down. What do you say?
You go get some coffee over there.
Can we get no drink? Hey, come on.
We're going to get some coffee before we have to...
Yeah, it'd be too bad if we had to book such a friendly fellow.
Cowboy wobbling on high-heel boots toward the restaurant. Whoops. He's making a right turn into the bar again. Well, he just developed himself a problem.
Yeah, I'll go and get some coffee, huh?
Stay here.
He said I can go and get some coffee.
You didn't go quick enough. Wait a minute.
Now, look. He told me to go in and get some coffee.
You wait a minute now.
We're going to have to take you to jail.
I'm going in here. I'm going to give you some coffee and everything.
You go with these officers. Be
Why?
with us, mister.
I don't think I should.
Well, I think you should.
Don't give me a jail sentence. Please don't do that. Let me be a gentleman and be a nice fellow.
You come with us.
The suspect being placed in the uniform car.
He'll be all right. Bail out in 5 hours. How did you get all over your coat?
You know that water pistol he was spinning?
Yeah?
He was a better shot than I give him credit for.
5-6 clear. 5-3 has the suspect in custody.
Going to 5-6-10-4. 5-6, we return to the station. Special investigation.
5-6, Roger. Be in about 10 minutes.
You are listening to Night Watch and following the activities of Detective Unit 5-6 on its tour of duty. Remember, the people and sounds you are hearing are real, and the investigations are recorded in the field as they actually occur. We'll bring you the final results of tonight's action at the conclusion of Night Watch. The answer to peril should not be panic. You can help constructively to minimize the danger of a surprise air attack if you are able to volunteer a few hours each week as a ground observer. Ground observers compensate for radar's blind spots, help make America's defense complete. And now we take you to headquarters and to the official police recorder, Donn Reed.
You want to see us, Al?
Yeah, Ron. Our juvenile officers just picked up a couple little kids. Neighbors were complaining. I rode down with a J unit, and that place was filthy. Mother would take off days and half the nights neglecting them. Here's the name and address.
Oh, yeah, I know this case. We found these kids abandoned in a car one night. Mother was in a bar. Remember, Don?
Yeah, I remember. The kids were about half frozen.
I want a record check on the mother. And Don, how about you going in the J Bureau there and tell them I'll be in a few minutes?
Yeah, we'll do. Moving into the Juvenile Bureau now. Here's the picture. Policewoman Pinkston in the corner with a tiny baby. Juvenile officer talking to the older boy, about 4 years old. Blonde, thin.
She isn't walking, and she isn't calling.
Yes, she is, Leslie.
Ask my mama how old she is.
All right, baby.
Do you remember one night about, 4 weeks ago, you and your little baby sister were left in an auto down here in front of a bar?
Oh, yeah.
Remember it was a cold, foggy night and you were inside there by yourself? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And put a blanket over your little baby sister and went in and got your mommy? Remember that?
Yeah.
This is kind of a disappointment, you know. She said she'd take better care of you after that, but apparently she isn't going to do it, is she?
Well, I have to take care of my baby sister, too.
You mean during the day you take care of your baby sister? How old are you?
4.
You're 4? Mm-hmm. What would you do if suddenly the house caught fire?
I would get the baby out of the house, and I have to go down there and push the button and tell them where to go.
You'd go down and ring the fire alarm?
Yeah, and tell them where to go.
And what if during the day your little baby sister started choking or something? Then what would you do?
I'll tell my mommy.
You tell your mommy? I think by the time you got around to your mommy, your little baby sister wouldn't be choking anymore.
Mm-mm.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Eggs.
Eggs? How many? 2? Do you fix it all by yourself? And what about your little baby sister?
She has milk and she has baby food.
Do you fix it for her?
I took milk for her and baby food for her, yes.
This little kid was asleep out on the lawn. Whenever we
That
got
one?
down there. No, the youngster was. We asked him if he'd get in the house, and he said no.
When I do funny tricks to my baby sister, she laughs all the time.
What kind of funny tricks do you do?
I do.
And does she laugh?
Yeah.
See, she's
Watch
right now.
See, that's how she laughs when I do it.
This is the most adorable little baby.
Sergeant Perkins coming in.
Thank you. I ran a record check on the mother. She'd never been arrested. The only thing on the record is that night that we warned her about the kids. What exactly happened?
We received this telephone call from a lady who, like all good citizens, did not care to give her name or to get involved in anything. She told me about these 2 little youngsters living with a man that she knows that we have known in the past because of his drunken habits. So, she knows there's a baby in there because she hears it crying, but she's never seen the kid outside. So I said, okay, we'll see about it. We come up to the house, and this youngster is lying on the ground asleep, and he had been asleep for quite some time because of the impressions left by the grass in his arms and on his body, and his little fanny was sticking out of his jeans, those he has on now. And we asked him why he didn't go in the house and go to sleep, and couldn't get in. So at that time, we ring the doorbell a couple of times, and we hear the baby crying, and then this man comes to the door. And we tell him who we are, and we walk in. And this baby is crying in the middle of the floor on a real dirty, filthy blanket. And she's got this bottle that, I suppose, unless she was used to it, would give any other baby colic or something, because it's this old and vodka bottles and gin bottles and beer cans. There go, baby doll. Come let me go, doll. She is such a doll, Perkins. Anyhow.
I know, baby.
Anyhow, we asked him about the condition of the bed. We took the bedding off of this kid's bed here. Honey, what's the matter? And he said, well, looks a little bit dirty.
Tell you what, pick up one of the detectives and take the children down to juvenile hall. Put them in the dependency ward there. Meantime, we'll check the neighborhood bars and see if we can locate the mother.
Take it easy, baby. You want to go for a ride? Take it easy. Alrighty. Let's go. Bye-bye. How some people can have children and treat them like this, I don't know.
Bundling up the little one. Fleece blanket. It's not pink, but it's warm.
Pardon me, I must have... Never mind.
Hey, careful my tie.
All right.
Baby under one arm. Little boy by the hand.
Thank you, Ray.
Now we'll see if we can find the mother. Hear her side of the story. If there could possibly be one.
Thank you.
That's fine.
We were in the field for better than an hour attempting to locate the mother of the two children. We didn't have any luck, but one of our radio cars located her in a bar just a few blocks from the house. A radio call and a quick ride, and we're back here in the Detective Bureau. The mother is just being escorted into the office. Sergeant Perkins, Lieutenant Conlon taking over. Mother, tiny, tired young face, melting into a chair.
How old are you?
22.
We have your two children in custody due to the fact that they have been neglected. And the neighbors in the neighborhood have been complaining. But when we went to your house today, we found your oldest boy, who is 4 years old, sleeping in the parkway in front of your house. Your baby, which is 4 months old, on a wet, soaked blanket in the living room. And there was wine bottles, beer cans, whiskey bottles, gin bottles, all over the house.
Yes, sir.
The neighbors have told me that they have fed your little boy in the daytime. And the neighbors also told me that they have given him clothing and underwear.
Well, I did not know that they had fed him, but I have accepted clothing from them, which I'm grateful for.
Will you tell me in your own words what you were going to do up here without your husband, living with a strange man and another man in the house, and your two children?
I wanted to get enough money saved up so I could go home.
You realize that in the condition that we found your two children, that there was nothing else that we could do except pick them up.
Yes, sir.
And protect them.
Can't say that I'm not glad.
While we were there today, the finance company come in and repossessed his car and also the furniture that was in the house. Did you know that he owed a lot of money?
No, sir, I didn't.
Well, you were there whenever they removed the stove and the washing machine, weren't you?
I understand that was sold.
Well, while you were in the house, what did you cook with?
On a 2-burner hot plate.
And this man told you could live in his house?
Yes, sir.
And you lived there for 2 months?
Yes, sir.
Where do you get the money to drink?
I'm working and I don't drink.
Do you remember me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you remember where I saw you last week?
Yes, sir.
Whereabouts was it?
Where I'm working now.
And what were the circumstances that time?
My children were out in the car.
You were drinking that night?
Yes, sir, I'd had a couple of 3 beers.
You remember what we told you and what the Los Angeles Police Department officers told you about the children?
Yes, sir.
You recall?
Yes,
about
sir.
About being left alone and neglected? That particular night, as I recall, the windows were down. The little baby was lying in the car with no blanket over her. The little boy was in the car by himself with the baby. You were inside. You'd been drinking, and one of the fellows that was in there was pretty drunk. In fact, he was taken in, as I recall.
Yes, sir.
At that time, we asked you some questions, and you told us a whole bunch of different stories. Remember?
Yes, sir, I do.
You told me that you were married to this fellow. And you told me that these were his children, and later you said they were children by another husband. As a matter of fact, when we left there, we still didn't know what the truth was.
Yes, sir.
The thing that I'm trying to point out is the fact that we did run across you earlier.
Yes, sir.
Several weeks ago. And at that particular time, you were given a break. And you were told at that time that if any violation occurred in the future, that the children would be taken away from you.
Well, I didn't realize that they would be alone.
They weren't alone. They were with two drunks.
No.
How long has it been since you've had the baby outdoors?
In the sunshine. In the sunshine.
Well, it's been over a week.
I don't know whether you're going to get your children back or not. That's up to the courts. But I'll tell you one thing. It's a privilege you're going to have to earn.
Yes, sir, that I know.
What you have just heard is real. This investigation was recorded as it actually occurred. And now back to police headquarters and Chief W.N. Hildebrand.
We'd like to give you the outcome of the first two cases very briefly tonight because we'd like to do something just a bit different. On the attempt suicide, the victim recovered thanks to prompt medical attention. The intoxicated cowboy was taken into custody and booked plain drunk for his own protection. Now to the case of the woman neglecting her children. We know a warrant was issued and the children taken into custody by the juvenile officers. Actually, this was the end of the story, not the beginning. I've asked our police recorder to bring his tape machine in here. We'd like to replay a short portion of the case involving this woman who appeared on night watch approximately 2 months ago. As you know, the juvenile officers found her two children alone and cold in a car while she was drinking in a bar. Here's what the mother said when the officers told her a petition to take the children would be presented if she neglected them again.
Like that again, we're going to get a petition to take these children away from you. Understand that?
Just told her that. You mind what I told you now? Never brought the attention again. You're going
If I ever do this again, I deserve it.
All right, so you go on home.
Really, I deserve it now.
You want to chase
But I want the children.
You want to chase around, you get somebody to take care of them kids.
So you see, the mother predicted her fate 2 months in advance. The children have now been removed from her control and placed in a proper home. Now the mother has to convince the court that she will provide proper care, attention, and love to her children. In other words, she's going to have to earn the privilege of taking care of her own children. I hope this will help you understand just another human problem. If so, then we have a meaning for Night Watch.
Thank you, Chief Hildebrand. You have been following the on-the-scene reports of your police force in action. Every voice, every sound has been real. Night Watch, brought to you through the cooperation of the Police Department of Culver City, California, is produced by Sterling Tracy and Jim Hedlock, with technical advice by Sergeant Ron Perkins, and described in the field by the official police recorder, Donn Reed.